Hanon exercises can be an essential part of your growth as a pianist if you use them correctly. So let me show you how to do number 5. This exercise is all about rotation. And when I say rotation, I don't just mean the hand by itself rotating, because it really can't do that very much. And it can only really rotate one direction all the way, and can't go this way without the elbow moving. So that rotation comes all the way from the shoulder down to the hand. So this exercise really helps you to connect with the movement of your arms all the way down to your fingers. Let's take a look at how the exercise works. We start with right hand forward first, just to learn the exercise. I'm going to start on middle C. The exercise, when you look at the actual sheet music, will show it starting down on this low C. And also you can change keys. I'll show that at the end. So this is the pattern of the exercise. Start on C, skip up to A. Then we're going to go down, up, then skip, go up, skip, up, and then it repeats that pattern. Let me show you that pattern again. When you get to D, you're going to repeat the same pattern starting on D. The pattern will be the same for both hands. So this is not going to be different for the left hand. So I'm not going to actually demonstrate the pattern in the left hand. Just know that it is the same pattern. Now here's the important part of the exercise, is the rotation. You may have noticed my arm and hand rotating as I play. One thing you want to watch for is try not to just use your fingers like this. If you read what the book tells you, unfortunately, it basically tells you to do it the wrong way, what I just showed. So don't read what you see in the book, watch what I'm telling you, and this will be helpful. So try this with me. When you're rotating into the thumb. Notice when you go into the thumb, my elbow goes out a little bit, and I'm going to over-exaggerate this. When you're first doing any kind of technique like this, over-exaggerate the technique. Otherwise, you may not be doing it as much as you think you are. So we're going to rotate into the thumb, out to the pinky, back in. So whenever we're going out to a higher numbered finger for the right hand, we're going to rotate out. And in when you're going to a lower numbered finger, we're going to rotate in and move the elbow. So again, try this with me. We're going to go really slow. Ready, go. We're going to just do a few of these. You can do the rest by yourself. One more. One thing to remember, don't overlift the fingers. We don't have to do anything crazy like this. And this kind of a technique will be really helpful when you are doing trills, tremolos, anything where you're moving up and down the keyboard. And any kind of a pattern that might require quick movement back and forth. Left hand is the same thing, just reversing the fingers here, going 5, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3. Try this with me. As you play the pinky, we're going to rotate out. And when you rotate out, let me show you this with the pinky. I can show you better with the left hand because you can see it on the side camera. You will be moving your pinky to the side a little bit. So don't be afraid to let your pinky move like this. It does not have to stay perfectly straight down into the key like this. So try it with me. Ready, go. We'll just do 3 of them, just like with the right hand. And you you see, it may feel funny because your arm is moving in and out. This is totally normal. It will feel a little awkward at first. And as you get better at it, the movement will become smaller. Let me demonstrate. If I was to go faster, see how my arm is basically just kind of rotating very quickly back and forth, and the elbow is still moving. And a lot of this comes with just keeping your shoulder relaxed. Don't tighten your shoulder. That's when we get to where you start just using the fingers only, and it will reduce your endurance at the piano. It will take away from your control of your fingers, and it'll put strain on your wrist. We don't want that. Now, when doing this hands together, just make sure that you are comfortable doing this hands alone first, and then put it together. And know that if you can do 2 octaves of this, it will help you even more. If you do 2 octaves, you want to start an extra octave lower, like this. Now, one thing you'll notice is the hands are rotating the same way. The elbows are also going the same direction, which means if the right end's going in, the left is going out, and vice versa, like this. You can even practice this just by not even playing anything, just rotating your hands on the piano in a comfortable part of the piano for you, and just rotating your hands and your arms back and forth like this. Now, the downward version of this exercise is not an exact reversal of the upward version like most of the first 20 Hanon are. On the downward version, we're going to start with C and play 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. And it just stays in a simple 5-finger position for each of the patterns, which is unusual for Hanon. And then it moves down and does the same pattern. Same idea. Rotation of we're going to call it wrist rotation, even though it's not just the wrist moving. You are moving the whole arm to do this. Try the right hand with me. I'm starting on the C above middle C here. Ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. Down 1 to B. I'm only going to do 3. You can do the rest by yourself. Left hand, same pattern. I'm going to start up on middle C. Now, one of the things I like to harp about, I'm just going to be honest, I do like to talk about this a lot, is your wrist placement. So when I start on middle C, there's 2 things that I can do to help with this. One of the issues we come across is the wrist you will often find that you're wanting to do this with your wrist, and you might find a little bit of strain in this part of your wrist. If you notice that, what you might want to do is try to straighten your wrist a little bit, and you can also, to do this, you can move your body over like this. Just simply lean over. It puts your body more in alignment with where your hands are going. Now you'll notice that even then, you still may want to bend your wrist a little bit. So just think, is my wrist or hand in a comfortable position with my wrist, or am I bending it this way at all? Once you start bending your wrist this way, you start to lose control of your fingers. Not completely, but you don't gain the same kind of control that you should have, and you're again putting strain on your wrist. So left hand with me. Ready, go. 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Down 1. We're only going to do 3 of these. I lied, I did 4. So hands together, just like on the way up. Make sure you feel comfortable doing it hands alone first before you start doing this. But the rotation is the key. I'm going to keep saying that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the the exercise 1 octave up and down so you can see it demonstrated. I'm going to go a little faster than what we did. I'm not going to go at an incredibly fast speed. Usually recommended is being able to go fast and evenly. I don't care what the speed is. I don't care if you're going at 50 or 250. It's really all about being able to be even and consistent with this, and not going so fast that you lose control of your fingers or you can't make it to the end because you're wearing out your muscles. So I'm going to start in the middle here. I'm not going to start at a low octave. If you do 2 octaves, start down here. I'm going to start here. So here's the demo. I'm going to go up and then back down. And I'll go just slightly faster than we did. You may find one direction to be harder than the other. Most of the time, down seems to be a bit harder for most, but I can't say what it will be for you. One last thing you can do with any of the Hanon exercises, I'll demonstrate this with any Hanon exercise that I create a video for, is you can change the key if you get bored with it. I don't find a great need for doing this personally. I know a lot of teachers and pianists find that Hanon seems only useful to them if they can modify the keys or change the key from C to different keys to use some of the black keys. I find Hanon to be more of a technique builder that once you reach a certain level, you really don't need it anymore and you should be doing other things. So I'm going to show it in D very slowly, just with one hand, so you can kind of get an idea how this would work. So what you have to know is the scale that you're transposing it to. So if I'm transposing it to D, D has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So whenever you get to an F or a C, we're going to play sharp instead of the white note. So it would look like this. Don't change your finger pattern just because you're playing black notes. This is not a scale. I'll go all the way up the octave. And you would do the same thing for the left hand. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer anything you have. And if you have a specific exercise you've been working on or an issue you've been having with your piano playing that you're not sure how to fix, let me know. Let me see if I can help you.